Welcome to the podcast from Siam Center Law Group on the topic Civil Litigation and Witness Testimony, where we will guide you through the important principles and regulations regarding civil litigation in Thailand. Civil cases begin with the complaint and the defendant's response, which set the disputed issues that the court will consider. These issues are divided into two main categories: facts and law. In legal issues, the court will decide, while in factual issues, if the defendant denies the allegations, the plaintiff must prove the facts. There are also situations where the defendant denies the allegations for various reasons. These can be divided into three cases. For example, if the defendant denies without providing reasons, the plaintiff must prove the facts. If the defendant denies with reasons, the defendant will need to prove their defense. Additionally, new disputed issues cannot be raised during the trial except when the defendant waives some issues and later accepts them. As for witness testimony, it must remain within the scope of the disputed issues. If the testimony is unrelated to the disputed issues, the court will not accept it. For instance, in a case where the plaintiff sues for debt repayment, but the defendant denies the debt, if the plaintiff introduces unrelated matters, such as prescription periods, the court will not accept it. Another important point is objecting to documentary evidence. If a document lacks an original, has been forged, or if a copy doesn't match the original, the party can object to the evidence according to the law. Lastly, burden of proof refers to the party who asserts the facts must prove them. For example, if the plaintiff claims the defendant breached the contract, the plaintiff must prove the breach. Considering the burden of proof and witness testimony, we can see that following legal procedures ensures that the case progresses in an orderly manner. Failure to comply with these procedures may negatively impact one's chances of winning the case. Thank you for listening to the podcast from Siam Center Law Group, and we hope this content helps you better understand civil litigation. Stay tuned for our next podcast.